Hello, and welcome back to English in Mind, the podcast where you improve your English while also learning something meaningful for your life. My name is David, and I'm really glad you're here today. Let me ask you something. Have you ever said yes to something and immediately regretted it? Maybe someone asked for help, or invited you to an event, or just wanted your time, and you said yes, even though deep down you wanted to say no? If that's happened to you, I want you to know you're not alone. And today, I want to help you with that. Today's episode is all about a small word with big power. The word no. We'll learn why it's hard to say no, why saying no is important, and how to say no in a kind and confident way in English. So, you'll not only learn new phrases and expressions, you'll also learn how to protect your peace, your time, and your energy. This is a life skill, and it's also a language skill. Let's learn both together. Are you ready? Let's begin. Why saying no is so difficult? Let's talk honestly. We all want to be kind. We want people to like us. We want to help, and that's a beautiful thing. But sometimes we say yes because we feel we have no choice. We say yes because we're afraid people will get angry. We don't want to disappoint others. We don't want to look selfish. We don't want conflict. Or we don't know how to say no politely. Here's something important I want you to remember. You can be a kind person and still say no. Saying no doesn't make you rude. Saying no doesn't make you selfish. It makes you honest. And it protects your energy. What happens when you never say no? Let's imagine a story. There's a woman named Sarah. Sarah is kind. She helps her friends. She works hard. She never says no. But over time, she starts to feel tired. She says yes to projects she doesn't enjoy. She helps people even when she's exhausted. She doesn't sleep well. She feels overwhelmed. Sarah starts to feel something new. She feels resentful. She feels angry. She feels lost. And why? Because she never said no. Your time and energy are limited. Think about this. Each day, you wake up with a certain amount of energy. You can use this energy for your work, your family, your health, and your dreams. But if you say yes to everything, you'll soon have nothing left for what truly matters. Saying no means you value your time. You understand that you can't do everything, and that's okay. Just like your phone needs to recharge, so do you. Useful English phrases to say no with practice. Let's practice some English now. I'll say a phrase. Then I'll pause, so you can repeat it after me. Speak slowly and clearly. Ready? Thank you, but I'll have to pass. I wish I could, but I can't. That doesn't work for me right now. I'm not available at that time. No, thank you. Yes, that's enough too. Let me think about it first. This gives you space. I need to say no for my own well-being. That's not something I can take on right now. Good job. These phrases are kind, respectful, and still clear. Try using them this week in your real life. The psychology behind yes and no. Did you know? Many people are trained from childhood to be helpers. They're told, be nice, be polite, don't upset others. Say yes when people ask. These ideas stay with us. But as adults, we also need to learn when it's okay and necessary to say no. Imagine a child who gives away all their toys because they want others to like them. It may feel good at first, but later, that child has nothing left. That's what happens when adults don't have boundaries. Saying no is a sign of emotional maturity. It means, I respect myself. I know my limits. I choose peace over pressure. 5. Real-life scenarios and how to respond. Let's explore a few everyday situations and practice how to say no. Situation 1. Too many tasks at work. Your boss says, "Can you stay late again tonight?" You can say, "I've stayed late twice this week. I need to leave on time today to rest. I'll be more productive tomorrow." Situation 2. A friend invites you out when you're tired. They say, "Come to the party. It'll be fun." You can say, "Thanks for thinking of me, but I really need a quiet night tonight. I hope you have a great time." Situation 3. Family asking for more than you can give. Your sister says, "Can you babysit again this weekend?" End on. Can you babysit again this weekend? You can say, "I love helping out, but this weekend, I need time to recharge. Maybe I can help next weekend." Situation 4. A stranger asking for a favor you can't do. You can say, "I'm sorry, but I'm not able to help with that right now." Situation 5. When you're not sure yet, you can say, "Let me check my schedule and get back to you." This gives you time and space to decide. How to manage guilt after saying no. Here's something we all feel: guilt. You say no, and suddenly, your brain says, "You're a bad person. They're going to be upset. You're being selfish." Let me tell you something clearly. Guilt is not always truth. Sometimes guilt is just an old habit. When you say no to protect your health, your peace, or your family, that is not selfish. That is self-respect. To help with guilt, try this. Self-talk phrases. It's okay to put myself first. I can't do everything, and that's okay. My needs are important too. It's not my job to make everyone happy. Say these to yourself out loud, like a mantra, because sometimes you have to be your own biggest supporter. What happens when you start saying no? Something amazing happens when you practice this skill. People begin to respect you more. You stop feeling overwhelmed. You gain confidence. You feel lighter, calmer, more in control. And maybe the right people will admire you for it. You'll notice who supports your boundaries and who doesn't. And that will help you build better, healthier relationships. Let me tell you about Mark. Mark is a university student. He's friendly, helpful, and always says yes. One day, he realized he was doing 5 group projects all at once. He was tired, stressed, losing sleep, but still he didn't want to disappoint anyone. Finally, Mark decided to try something new. He told one group, "I need to focus on my other classes. I can't lead this project too." At first, people were surprised. But you know what happened? Mark slept better. His grades improved. And the group? They managed just fine. Mark learned that saying no didn't destroy his friendships. It protected his future. Here's your challenge this week. Say no one time. Just once. It can be small. Maybe you say, "No, I don't want dessert tonight." "No, I can't answer emails after 8 p.m. No, I don't have the energy to talk right now. Then pause. Breathe. Feel it. You might feel nervous. That's okay. You're growing. And growth often feels uncomfortable before it feels powerful. Let's quickly review today's big ideas. Saying no is not rude. You are allowed to protect your time and energy. People might not like it, but that's okay. Use kind, clear phrases in English to say no. Practice in small, real-life situations. Guilt is normal, but you can move through it. The more you say no, the more peace you create. Let's end with a reflection exercise. Take a deep breath. Close your eyes if you want. Now ask yourself, where in my life do I need to say no more often? To work? To stress? To certain people? What would change? If you did, imagine how it would feel. More energy, more sleep, more peace, more time for what really matters. You deserve that. Thank you for joining me today on English in Mind. Remember, this is not just about English. This is about life. You are learning how to speak clearly and live clearly. You're learning that no is not negative. No is necessary. If this podcast helped you, consider sharing it with a friend, or listen to it again to practice the vocabulary. You can even write down your favorite no phrases and use them this week. Until next time, stay kind to others and kind to yourself. You are allowed to say no. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to grow. See you soon.